Hello, welcome back to chapter 13.3, the unit circle. In this video, we're going to be doing problems 14 through 17, where we're going to basically be doing this, except without it, okay? We're going to be using a reference angle to find sine, cosine, and tangent of each of these angles. All right, so one thing that might actually be useful would be to have a list of sine, cosine, and tangent for 30 degrees, which is also pi over 6, 45 degrees, which is pi over 4, and 60 degrees. So I'm just going to write these down over here. So sine of pi over 6 is going to be 1/2. And I'm going to do more than I need here. I'm going to do this for you so you have it in your notes. Cosine of pi over 6, which is still 30 degrees, is square root of 3 over 2, and tangent of pi over 6 is going to be square root of 3 over 3. Sine of pi over 3, which is 60 degrees, is going to be square root of 3 over 2. Cosine of 60 degrees, pi over 3, is 1/2, and tangent of pi over 3, 60 degrees, is the square root of 3. And for the 45, which is pi over 4, sine of pi over 4 is square root of 2 over 2. Cosine of pi over 4 is also square root of 2 over 2. And tangent of pi over 4 equals 1. Now, you're probably thinking, am I supposed to know that? Well, yeah, you are, okay? But it's okay, you'll learn. You already have it on your unit circle. So sine of pi over 6 is 1/2. Sine of pi over 4 is square root of 2 over 2. Sine of pi over 3 is square root of 3 over 2. It's all on the unit circle already. We will get these, I'll show you in class, we will get these from connecting it to what we learned in chapter 13.1, where we did special triangles. Okay, so these are things that we will have available to us. These are going to be our reference angles, pi over 6, pi over 3, and pi over 4 for all of these. Then we have to decide which quadrant we're in. Okay, so here's how it works. 240 degrees. You don't need to draw it, but I'll sketch it here real quick. 240 degrees looks like this. It goes around that way. The reference angle is going to be between the terminal side and the x-axis right there. So how much further did it go beyond what's my reference angle? My reference angle is going to be 60 degrees. So sine of 60 degrees, sine of 60 degrees is pi over 3, is square root of 3 over 2. Cosine of 60 degrees, and again, I've got degrees here, radians here, but they're the same. This is 1/2, and tangent of 60 degrees is square root of 3. All I have to do now is figure out which ones are positive and which ones are negative. In quadrant 3, sine and cosine, sine is negative, cosine is positive. So this becomes negative, cosine is positive, and tangent is negative. So the process is find the sine, cosine, tangent of the reference angle, and then adjust it with a negative or positive depending on which quadrant you're in. Okay, so let's try 120 degrees. 120 degrees is going to be here. That's my angle of rotation, so my reference angle, again, is 60 degrees. So, whoops, and I forgot that I needed to change something here. Okay, so now these are all 240. Excuse me, I just changed the sign, I didn't change the angle. I just caught that. Okay, so sine of 120 is still going to be square root of 3 over 2. But in the second quadrant, it's positive. So this is just positive square root of 3 over 2. Cosine of 120 is still going to be 1/2, but in second quadrant, that's going to be negative. And tangent of 120 is still going to be square root of 3, but in the second quadrant, the tangent is negative, which actually, excuse me, that was negative and that was positive. See, I caught my mistake. So if you're like screaming at me through your iPad or something, I apologize. I just put the negative in the wrong place. Sine and cosine are negative in third quadrant. Hang on. Yeah, and then tangent is positive. Okay, sorry. God, I'm getting myself confused. All right. 7 pi over 4 is going to be in fourth quadrant, and my reference angle is going to be pi over 4. So here's my sine, cosine, and tangent of pi over 4. So sine of 7 pi over 4 is going to be square root of 2 over 2, except the y coordinate is negative, so it's going to be negative. Cosine of 7 pi over 4 is also square root of 2 over 2, but cosine is positive on the right, so it's positive in quadrant 4. And tangent of 7 pi over 4 is still going to be 1, except again, tangent is negative in quadrant 4. And the last one, pi over 3. Well, pi over 3 is in quadrant 1. Pi over 3 is its own reference angle. So I've already got them right here. Sine of pi over 3, it's right here, square root of 3 over 2. Cosine of pi over 3, and they're the same as they are up here. I forgot that those were the same. And tangent of pi over 3 is just going to be square root of 3. And these are all positive in quadrant 1. So I think that we're just trying to show you two different methods of doing the same thing. If I use the unit circle, like for example 240, let's find 240, it's right here. Well, the sine of 240 is negative square root of 3 over 2. The cosine is negative 1/2, and the tangent, negative divided by negative, is positive square root of 3. So what we're trying to get to is this idea that all of the sine, cosine, tangent for the angles that are more than 90 degrees in quadrants 2, 3, and 4 are based upon using reference angles. So this is just, hey, why don't you find the reference angle first and then adjust it as needed. So two different ways of getting to the same thing. Your mileage may vary. See you in the next video.